Roda de contes, amb Diana Kerbelis. Hola, 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 benvinguts de nou al programa Roda de contes de Ràdio Roda 107.6. Avui tenim de nou a la Sara Bishop. Hola, Sara.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Very well, and you?
I'm very happy.
Good.
You know why?
Why?
Because you are here.
Oh, you're so nice.
És que em fa molt feliç que vinguis al programa, de veritat. Sí,
Thank
sí.
you.
I avui, quin conte ens has portat?
I'm going to tell you the story of Goldilocks.
La Rínxols d'Or.
Yes, and the three bears.
Ah, i els tres ossos.
Yeah,
Mira,
yeah.
veus? Ho heu entès? Sí? Doncs, orelles a punt? Sí? La Rínxols d'Or i els tres ossos. Endavant, Sara.
Once upon a time, there were three bears. Daddy Bear, Mummy Bear, and little Baby Bear. And they lived in a little house in the wood. One morning, Daddy Bear made a big bowl of porridge for breakfast. And he tasted the porridge. This porridge is too hot, he said. What shall we do? And Mummy Bear said, shall we go for a walk in the forest? And Baby Bear said, yes, yes, please, let's go for a walk in the forest. So they went for a walk in the forest. Daddy Bear, dawdly, 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 dawdly. Mummy Bear, la 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 la. And little Baby Bear who was jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. And off they went in the forest. Also in the forest there was a little girl, and her name was Goldilocks. And she was walking la 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 through the forest, and suddenly she saw a little house. La 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 la, she said, and she went to the door of the little house. She went to the door of the little house, yes. But she didn't knock on the door. No, she opened the door. And she went right in to a house. And then, on the kitchen table, she saw three bowls of porridge. I'm hungry, said Goldilocks. And do you know what she did? She went up to the big bowl of porridge, and she went, that's too salty. And then, do you know what she did? She went up to the medium bowl of porridge, and she got a spoon and she went, that's too sweet. And then, do you know what she did? She went to the little bowl of porridge, a little bowl of porridge, Baby Bear's bowl of porridge. And she got a spoon and she went, and she ate up all the porridge. She said, that was delicious. Oh, now what? Do you know what she did? She went into the sitting room and she saw Daddy Bear's big chair. And she said, I think I'll sit down. So she got onto Daddy Bear's big chair and she went, oh no, it's too hard. And then, do you know what she did? She saw another chair. She saw Mummy Bear's chair. And she went to sit on Mummy Bear's chair. And she went, oh no, this is too soft. And then, do you know what she did? She saw Baby Bear's little chair. And she went and she sat on the little chair and she said, oh, that's just... And she broke it all into pieces. Oh well, said Goldilocks. I think I'll go and have a little sleep. So she went tiddly, 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 upstairs to the bedroom. And in the bedroom there was a big bed. And there was a medium bed. And there was a little tiny bed. And so Goldilocks went to the big bed, and she got on the big bed, and she stretched out. She said, "Oh no, this is too hard." So she got off that bed, and she got onto the medium-sized bed, and she went, "Oh no, this is too soft." And then she got off that, and she went onto the little bed. "Oh," she said, "this is nice." And she went fast asleep. Now, in the forest, the 3 bears decided to come home because they were very, very hungry. Boom, 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 la, 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 diddly, 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 came the 3 bears into the home, and they said, "Somebody's been eating my porridge," said Daddy Bear. "Somebody's been eating my porridge," said Mummy Bear. "Somebody's been eating my porridge. They've eaten it all up," said Baby Bear. And then they went into the sitting room. And Daddy Bear said, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair." And Mummy Bear said, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair." And Baby Bear said, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair. They've broken it into pieces." And then they went upstairs. "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed," said Daddy Bear. "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed," said Mummy Bear. "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed," said Baby Bear, "and she's still there!" And Baby Bear said, "Look, it's a girl!" And Goldilocks went, "Oh no!" And they said, "What are you doing in my bed?" And Goldilocks said, "I'm tired." They said, "You can't come into people's houses, and you can't eat their porridge and sit in their chairs and sleep in their beds. It's very, 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 very rude." And Goldilocks said, "I'm sorry, I was hungry and I was tired and I haven't got any friends." And they said, "Well, it's not surprising you coming into people's houses, and of course you've got no friends." And then Mummy Bear said, Wait, just calm down." And Mummy Bear went to the telephone, and it was a telephone that went drrrr, 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 drrrr. Bing, bing, went the telephone. "Hello," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Hello," said Mummy Bear. "I've got a little girl here, and she's tired, and she's hungry, and she's got no friends. Can she come to your house?" And Little Red Riding Hood said, "Of course she can." And so she did. The end.
Bravo, Sara, quin final més autèntic. Que bo, la Caputxeta Vermella acaba oferint a la Rínxols d'Or que pot anar a casa d'ella.
Exactly.
Fantàstic. Molt bé, molt original. Gràcies per tot, Sara. Un plaer tenir-te aquí. Fins a propera.
Bye.
Bye, bye.